Hi, today we're going to talk about solving equations. So what's our objective? We're going to solve equations using the properties of equality. Let me move this out of the way, maybe up top here. What are those properties of equality? Well, they're here. Now we don't really need to write these all down, but what you basically need to know, I can sum it up really easily. Anything you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So if I add to one side, I have to add to the other. If I subtract, I have to subtract. And remember, we want to do that because we always want to get rid of stuff, move it to the other side, get the variable by itself. In order to do that, we have to do its opposite. So if it's plus 5, I have to subtract 5 to get rid of it. Same kind of thing down here with the multiplication and division. If you multiply one side by c, you got to multiply the other side by c. Multiply both sides by 8, or multiply or divide both sides by -2. You have to do both sides together to keep it balanced. All right, so let's start with some examples. Just run through a couple of them here. You should already know how to solve equations at this point. So m minus 5.48 equals 0.02. It is a minus here. So in order to undo the minus, we are going to have to go ahead and add to both sides. So I'm going to take that, and here's the original problem, and now I'm going to add 5.48 to both sides. Notice 5.48 here and 5.48 there. These two are going to cancel each other out, leaving me just my m all alone here, and then I'm going to have to add the right side. And I get m equals 5.5, which is our answer. Obviously, that's a real simple one. Let's try a two-step. 3m minus 5 equals 16. So this minus 5 is going to go first, and we got to get rid of that. So we're going to have to do its opposite with this add 5. And then we'll have to get rid of this times 3. So we'll have to divide by 3. But those will be the steps we need to go ahead and take. So first things first is we're going to add 5 to both sides. So 16 plus 5 is 21. Those 5's cancel out, leaving me just the 3m. And then we have to do 3m means multiplication, so we have to do the opposite of that. So 3m divided by 3. Or 21 divided by 3, because again, we have to do the same thing to both sides. So m equals 7. All right, let's do one with x's on both sides. Now, when x's are on both sides, you're going to have to move the x's first. And you have to do it by doing its opposite. This is a positive 2x here. It's a positive 2x in front, so we're going to go ahead and have to do the opposite of that, which would be a minus 2x. So here's my 2x, and I have to do a minus 2x from it, so that those will cancel out. The minus 2x also comes over here. Now this is poorly placed. It should probably be with the 4x, just like this 2x should be with that 2x. So then we go ahead, 4x minus 2x is just 2x, because those are like terms. We keep the x's together, and the 3 just stays at the end. Over here, notice that minus 7. That minus 7 still is there. It's a negative 7. We have to keep that negative value that's there. And then once we've got it at this point, it's just like the problem we just got done doing. Get rid of this plus 3, which is a minus 3. So 2x equals negative 10. And then we got to get rid of the 2 in front of the x. And so we do 2 divided by 2, which negative 10 divided by 2. So x equals negative 5. All right, let's do one with parentheses. So here we have one with a parenthesis. We're going to have to distribute this 3. We're going to have to distribute this 2. Again, be careful with the negative here. This minus, this negative 2 is going to go into both of these. So I have the 53. This is the original problem. And then I'm going to take the 3 in there. 3 times y is 3y. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Negative 2 times 3y is negative 6y. And negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. Very common mistake to forget that, to take that negative here with that negative and make this positive. Okay, please be careful of that. All right, these are on the same side, so we can just add them together, kind of grouping piles together. We do not have to add them to the other side. 53 is sitting there all by itself. Leave it alone for right now. Clean up this side. So 3y and negative 6 is going to give me negative 3y, and negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. Now this is the same kind of equation from the last two examples, where we're going to have to get rid of that minus 4 and then divide by that negative 3. Now, if you want to, at this point, flip it around so the 53 is on the other side so it just looks normal, you're more than welcome to go ahead and do that. We're not going to do that right now, but you could. So we're going to add 4 to both sides, so 53 plus 4 is 57. And then we're going to divide by the negative 3, and we get negative 19. So our answer is negative 19. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. In other words, we're done.